Greetings from Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
Today we are crossing from Idaho into Wyoming through Teton Pass. Such a beautiful area. Here we are, Wyoming. We've reached the top of the pass at 8,431 feet or 2,570 meters above sea level. But there's no oversized parking, so we have nowhere to go but down. I believe this might be our first glimpse. Here we are, Jackson, famous town, very touristy, a ski resort in the winter, the site of the annual Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, and gateway to Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Parks. Here's the town square with its famous elk antler arches at each corner. We'll be back later, perhaps to imbibe some craft ales or sample the local cuisine, but for now, the Tetons await. I'm gonna try to stay at the Gros Ventre campground, which is located near the southern entrance to the park. I've got no reservations, and it is afternoon, but it is Sunday, so I have a good feeling about this.
Oh, look at that, brand new pedestal. Well, this is my campsite here at Gros Ventre campground.
It is actually pronounced Gros Ventre.
Very nice, and we have electrical, as you saw. Let's go explore the park.
I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to be able to find the campsite, but as you can see, I did.
Perhaps a little on the pricey side at $55 for electric, but they also have primitive sites for $30, and we are right here, inside the national park. And part of the appeal of staying at Gros Ventre is that we are very close to this dirt road called Mormon Row, from which we are going to be able to see one of the most iconic views of Grand Teton.
It says 4-wheel drive or high clearance recommended. Or being the keyword.
Yeah, because we've certainly been on worse roads than this. Remember Death Valley? Now, in wet conditions, it could be a different story. There it is, Le Grand Teton. A YouTuber once said that it would sound very funny in French, so any French speakers out there?
Here's where we take the iconic photograph with the barn.
We may not have the best light here in the early afternoon, but it is still an impressive sight. And we've all seen so many pictures of the Tetons with the Moulton Barn in the foreground that being here in person is quite special, actually. Let's continue going towards the main road, US 191.
Continue on Antelope Flats Road for 1.5 miles.
Jackson Hole is the busiest airport in the whole state of Wyoming, and I have a feeling these pretty mountains may have something to do with that. What have we got here? Let's stop real quick. What are you looking at? Well, when it comes to first impressions, Grand Teton does not disappoint. We just got here, literally less than an hour ago, and here's the welcoming committee, this herd of bison.
Timing is everything, huh? Let's pass by the visitor center and see what it's like in there. Maybe they have information about the trails. I would like to do a couple of trails.
And here we are. There's a life-size moose sculpture here and a fairly detailed raised relief map. It wouldn't be a national park without one, right? I want to get some information and the trail map because tomorrow I want to go for a hike. So I inquired about something not too long or too strenuous.
We're just gonna, drive around the park. Do the loop road, get the lay of the land, as I said. Tomorrow we're gonna do a hike.
One curious fact is that as long as you stick to this area on US 191, east of the Snake River, it is free. But if you want to go west, that's when you have to pay or show your annual pass. With good reason. It is the best part of the park. This here, by the way, is Jackson Lake, and someone recommended we visit Jackson Lake Lodge, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Wow, nice. Generally speaking, these national park lodges are great if you want to take in the sights in style. I've also been reliably informed that there is a pretty cool bar here called the Blue Heron, where you can have an adult beverage overlooking Jackson Lake and the Tetons. Everything seems to be pretty full, but let's step inside, cause you never know. But as I suspected, the bar is full, so we continue. We are now on Teton Park Road, which is closed November through May, and we are getting closer to the mountain range, going towards Jenny Lake.
There's the Grand Teton.
Here we are, Jenny Lake. And on a calm day, you're supposed to be able to see the reflection of the mountains, and it is supposed to be magical. I think we've had enough fun for one day, don't you think? Let's start heading back, and tomorrow we'll continue exploring. I see some wildlife, so let's stop real quick. The mountain looks so great in this light. And here's our wildlife. It is said that dusk and dawn are the best times of the day to see wildlife. And it is proving true. Spotting wildlife in their natural habitat is definitely one of the best things about visiting national parks like this one, not to mention the natural beauty. Amazing. Oh, it looks like there might be more wildlife here. Wow, is that a moose? A female moose. By the way, we are now very close to the campground by the Gros Ventre River. And it's gone.
Bye, moose.
This is it, the Gros Ventre River. And I believe we have another wildlife sighting. Beautiful clouds here as the sun sets. There it is. What a magnificent creature.
A little too close, perhaps?
Anything to get that perfect picture, right? Actually, I'd rather do it from here. So thank you, Kyle Allen, for inventing the zoom lens.
I almost overslept, but we're here at the crack of dawn. It is 45 degrees. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise.
Why am I up at this ungodly time, you might ask? Well, not necessarily the sunrise. You'll see. Ooh, wow, look at all these people here. And I thought I was early. This is what I came for. That Ansel Adams moment as the first rays of light hit the top of the mountains. It is the best time to capture the Moulton Barn in the foreground. The iconic photograph. I'm actually 10 or 15 minutes late if I wanted to capture the first light, and it looks like many other people had the same idea. And they probably have the best angle from that spot, but this is actually not bad. It is said that the shape of the barn's roof evokes the mountains behind it. And it is arguably the most photographed barn in North America.
Okay, note to self, bring a better winter coat, even if it is August, because this is insufficient. Whew, it's cold out there, it's 45 degrees. But it's gonna be 80 in a couple of hours, so.
I really wanted to do a time lapse as the sun started to hit the mountains, but as I said, I overslept. I see wildlife.
Good morning, my little friends.
Now, what have we got here? We've got bison. Fascinating creatures, even from far away. Here we've got it, the lone bison grazing in the valley. A little too close, perhaps. Okay, bye bison.
Well, we're gonna go for a little hike. Perhaps not so little, actually. When I went to the visitor center yesterday, the ranger, I asked, what's a good 4 to 6 mile hike? And he recommended Taggart Lake, so that's where I'm going. I have misplaced my bug spray. I have no idea where I put it. Hopefully there will be too many bugs. Definitely one of my best investments as a traveler.
Parking lot seems to be pretty full. Must be a popular trail. Let's see the trail information here. I think I'm going to do Taggart Lake and then Bradley Lake.
Apparently there is actually a trail that goes to the waterfalls, but yeah, didn't come prepared for that one.
We're about to cross Taggart Creek here as we're slowly making our way up to the lake. I approve. So far, this is one of the most beautiful parts of this hike, here with the Tetons before our eyes.
Well, almost a mile in so far. Great hike. I mean, look at this magnificence. And luckily, it's a cool morning. It's probably in the high 60s right now, but with the sun and with the exercise, I'm kind of starting to break a sweat. But at least no bugs, because I misplaced my bug spray, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna continue going. We've done a mile. This goes to Taggart Lake, another half mile, and Bradley Lake is 1 mile that way, but there's another way around. We'll go to Taggart Lake, and then we'll go clockwise into Bradley Lake. Just can't get over how beautiful this is. Now going into the woods.
Yeah, we're now in this wooded area and all of a sudden, I'm all by myself. Next chance I get, I'm gonna get me a can of bear spray because you never know. I think we've made it to Taggart Lake.
Taggart Lake elevation 6902.
There's a ranger here giving a talk, And let's see if we can get close to the water.
Don't hold me to that. The lakes in general are deeper than you suspect.
The water is so clear and so calm that the reflections are nearly perfect. Like a mirror. It is so beautiful. Let's walk around the lake a little bit and see it from a few different angles, from a few different points of view. Look at that. You can even see the bottom. It is just amazing. A few more ripples on the water now, but still crystal clear.
Well, these views here definitely worth the hike. Now we're gonna go to the other lake, Bradley Lake, I think it's called. And then I think we're gonna go back the same way we came in. By the way, nice view that way too.
Let's continue walking now towards Bradley Lake, and there are many secluded lake access points like this one. I just can't get enough of this. Every once in a while, I just can't help myself and take a detour from the main trail, a side trail, to admire the view. Bradley Lake is at a little higher elevation, so it is a little more of a climb, a little more strenuous hike. Still not too bad. And we've found Bradley Lake. Let's start heading back.
What a magnificent place this is. Have I said that before?
And we're back by Taggart Lake. Notice the lake is not nearly as reflective as it was before.
It's 1.4 miles to the parking lot. Let's do this. Just another walk in the woods. Very grand.
I think I'm lost. I don't remember seeing all these horses when I was coming up, but who knows?
Can you believe I took a wrong turn?
Alright, this looks familiar. Now we're on the right track. Next stop, Schwabacher Landing, which is arguably one of the best views of the Tetons, if we can top what we've already seen. I've heard great things about this spot. The final stretch is through this well-maintained dirt road. It is a short trail to what is basically a beaver dam here on the Snake River. Yeah, hard to fathom it is the same Snake River we saw a couple of days ago in Idaho. And this is the thing, because of the beaver dam, this is one of those places where on a calm day, you can see the Tetons clearly reflected on the water. I hear sunrise is actually the best time. Let's go into town. I'm hungry, and I think today I've earned that IPA. I'm just gonna park right here and walk around. The main downtown area is not very large, so it is very walkable, and they have all kinds of touristy stuff and outdoor activities. Maybe one of these days I'll go whitewater rafting. What do you guys think?
Let me tell you, it seems like a fun town with lots of dining and drinking options, but I'm gonna go try this brewery, the Snake River Brewery. Seems to be good.
So yeah, I'm having a beer, of course, and a bison burger. I should have brought one of my stickers.
Well, that was a decent burger. A little dry. Really good beer. Well, this is pretty much the iconic spot here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, the main square with all these antlers here. We have live music. That's the Cowboy Bar. I mean, I did a little bit of research. There's a lot to do here. Unfortunately, I am only staying here for one night, so I went to the brewery, as you saw. Very cool, the brewery, full of locals, by the way.
I guess those must be the ski slopes, huh?
Well, open the train, caribou man, on over your
By the way, free plug to Loloho. I did a lot of my research about this area watching their video, and I think they did go to that Cowboy Bar and some other bar. I'm not gonna do any more bars. Let's just put it that way. Now I'm gonna go to that road. It's a dirt road that where they claim they saw bears. So let's see. Maybe we get lucky. We've seen bison. We've seen elk. We've seen moose. We've seen all kinds of wildlife. It's been really cool, actually.
Yeah, someday I'll come back and go to that cowboy bar. But for now, let's go get the car, go back to the park.
Jackson Hole Playhouse.
Ooh, what do we have here? It's almost like a saloon. It's actually the playhouse.
Oh yeah, this is where I parked. Good old Colorado needs a car wash very soon.
For our final drive of the day, we are going to take the Moose Wilson Road.
Rough road. Okay.
There are a few trailheads on this road, but what I really want to see is some wildlife, and there's a couple of spots coming up ahead. Let's see if we get lucky. I see something over there.
See the yellow piece? That's orange?
Doesn't look like a moose. I don't know, maybe it is a female moose. I don't know. Not my area of expertise anyway. I think we should end the day at our old familiar place, near the campground by the Gros Ventre River. Well, no moose yet, but we've got a couple of beavers here to add to our list of wildlife sightings. Well, what do you know? There he is, Mr. Moose in the house. I wonder how much wildlife is really out there, invisible to the untrained naked eye. I can't think of a better way to end our last day here in Grand Teton National Park.
Well, that was enough wildlife viewing for one day, I think. And with that, I think we're gonna say goodbye to Grand Teton National Park. I might wake up tomorrow morning to take another shot at the sunrise, but tomorrow we're going to Yellowstone. But that will probably be the next video, so until next time, thank you for watching, and see you on the road, wherever the road takes us. And today it took us to the Grand Tetons.
You heard correctly. On the next episode, we are going to visit America's oldest national park, Yellowstone.